Chapter 1. Late on an April afternoon, 30 nautical miles east of Cape Cod, a wind-blown young couple with luggage and worried faces are standing on the helicopter deck of a converted cruise liner, gripping the handrail. Both of them know it is too late for doubts. The Serendipity Rose is 40 years old, her dents and cracks and rivets caked in paint like makeup on an old tart's face. As she ploughs through the freshening sea, a Panamanian flag of convenience crackling from her stern, her single yellow funnel trails a ribbon of smoke that is shredded in seconds by the wind. Making just sufficient way to keep the stabilizers working, she's not in any hurry. She's not heading towards any destination. She's just meandering around safely beyond the 12 nautical mile limit of the territorial waters of the United States, safely beyond the reaches of U.S. federal law. John Clarkson, in a fleece-lined jacket, chinos and leather yachting shoes, is in his mid-30s and has about him the rugged air of a mountaineer or an explorer, rather than the academic he is. 6 feet tall, lean and strong, with short blonde hair and gentle blue eyes behind small oval glasses, he has a good-looking, serious face, with resolute Nordic features and a light Californian tan. His wife, Naomi, concentrating to keep her balance, is huddled up in a long camel coat over a jumper, jeans, and crepe-soled black suede boots. Her fair hair is styled in a fashionable mid-length blousey cut, the tangled strands batting over her attractive face, accentuating the slight tomboy look she has about her, although her complexion is considerably paler at the moment than normal. Yards above their heads, the helicopter that has just delivered them hovers, hemorrhaging oily fumes into the mad air, dragging its shadow across the superstructure of the ship like some big, empty sack. And that's how John's feeling right now, like he's been tipped out of a sack. Head bowed against the din and the maelstrom, he puts out an arm, steadies his wife, grips her slender frame beneath the softness of her camel coat, feeling close to her, desperately close, and protective, and responsible. The wind is blowing so hard he has to breathe in snatched gulps, the salt misting his glasses, the fumes parching his mouth and throat, already arid with nerves. Strands of Naomi's hair flail his face, hard as whipcords. The deck drops away beneath him, then a moment later is rising, pressing up on his feet like an elevator floor, heaving his stomach up against his ribcage. Through the thrashing of the rotors above him, he can hear a scuffing noise. This is the first time he's been in a helicopter, and after an hour of pitching and yawing through an Atlantic depression, he's not keen to repeat the experience. He's feeling the queasiness you get from a bad funfair ride that swivels your brain one way on its axis and your internal organs another. The fumes aren't helping either, nor is the strong reek of paint and boat varnish and the deck vibrating beneath his feet. Naomi's arm curls around his waist, squeezing him through the thick lining of his leather jacket. He has a pretty good idea what's going through her mind, because it's sure as hell going through his. This uncomfortable feeling of finality. Up until now, it has all been just an idea, something they could walk away from at any point. But not anymore. Looking at her, he thinks,
I love you so much, Naomi, darling. You're so brave. I think sometimes you are a lot braver than I am.
The chopper slips sideways, the roar of the engine increasing, belly light winking, and it angles steeply away and clatters across the water, climbing sharply, abandoning them. For some moments John watches it, then his eyes drop towards the foaming grey ocean hissing with seahorses, stretching far off towards an indistinct horizon.
Okay, follow me, please.
Ahead of them, the polite, very serious-looking Filipino in a white jumpsuit who came out to greet them and to take their bags is holding a door open. Stepping over the lip of the companionway, they follow him inside, and the door slams shut on the elements behind them. In the sudden quiet, they see a chart of the ocean in a frame on the wall, feel the sudden warmth, smell the reek of paint and varnish even stronger in here. The floor thrums beneath them. Naomi squeezes John's hand. She's a lousy sailor, always has been. She gets sick on boating ponds, and today she can take nothing for it. No pills, no medication. She's going to have to tough this one out.